building wealth from the inside out. Give Terry a round of applause.
God speaks through me, and he gave me a lot of notes, and he's like, okay, Chrissy has 12 minutes. Okay, let's narrow it down, all right? But I'm going to say something. I'm going to bring something different to this conference because we're going to talk about God in this space in a deeper way because you all want to seek him, right? So with that, I have something that you want, and I'm able to hear God so clearly that I walk in my confidence and I stand in my truth because God is before me and behind me. How many of you guys want that? So with that, my ability allows me to help my clientele understand what their struggles are and the lessons that they have to go through in order to be more confident. So with that, no matter where you are in your business, whether you're starting or you are already established, there's more for you to do. So I'm gonna ask you guys a question. How many of you guys can hear God? How many of you guys actually listen? There's a difference. There is a clear difference. A lot of people say they want to hear God until he speaks and then he tells them to move and they say, no, God, that's not what it is. Okay? Before we really get dived into this, I want you guys to acclaim something. I love that you started this with affirmations because when you speak into your life, that's God speaking into you. A lot of people don't realize that it's God that speaks to them. The things that you say is God giving you the vision. But you struggle to understand the difference between God and yourself. And that's where I come in. So affirmations is good. So we're going to acclaim something in this room, and we're going to do it in a strong way. So I want you guys all to say, I am a wealth sharer.
I am a wealth sharer.
Y'all don't believe that. Say it again with more power. Let's go. I am a wealth sharer. I believe that now. So as I said, I have something that you want. So many people want to hear God clearly. Just as you hear my voice is how I hear God. Because I can hear him so clearly, I'm able to help my clients navigate through their space in an easier way. Because it is God's path, not your own. But when you understand it's already written, things happen a little differently. Right? So there's the door to purpose. I'm going to be talking about the doors, or rather the keys, that God is giving you to unlock doors. And those doors are going to lead to your purpose in life. These doors represent the mental blocks that you guys have, right? Because the door's closed, right? Sometimes the mental blocks is stopping you from getting to the other side. And you don't recognize that, or you do and you don't do anything about it. So with this, I want you guys, we have our notebooks. Take note to anything that God speaks to you because there's things that he wants you to do that you haven't done. And through this, he's going to be speaking to you as he speaks through me. So have your notebooks and pens ready because God's going to pour into you. Because we are all here because we are high achievers. Because that's what God wants for you to be a high achiever. When he says that you are to have wealth, he means it. But you are getting into your own way. It's time for you guys to move on to the next levels and not to be afraid because it's you who set the limitations, not God. So when I was coming up with this presentation, I was trying to find the perfect door, recognizing that's where a lot of you guys get stuck. You try to find perfection and you move nowhere. Not realizing that it's behind the door is another door. But regardless of that, it is where you're supposed to be. Because there is alignment in everything that we do. When you recognize that it is God that speaks to you, that tells you what to do, then there is no other way because that's the easiest path. But how many times are you actually struggling to realize that you ask God for things and you're not moving on the things that he tells you to do? Because it's not what you look like, not what you want to happen. He tells you jump and you say, no, God, not that high. So the perfect door. So I was able to find many gold doors as I was putting together this presentation. And there were some that I felt pulled to and some that I didn't. But that's life, right? You get pushed and pulled, right? There's things that's for you and things that's not. There's things that you are to experience, and there's things for you to actually embrace and know that it is a lesson behind it. It is the lesson that is behind it that you guys are letting go over your head. So this image may not look like a door, right? This door is like, I can't see behind this door. But it's the door that you asked God for. And he told you to go through it, but you're not. So with that, understand that it's all about your mindset. I heard someone say that it's not your mindset that can drive your business. It is absolutely your mindset. Because your fears is your mindset. You thinking you're broke is a mindset. You realizing that, you know what, my mom did it, my friends aren't doing it, maybe I can't do it. That's your mindset. Because at the end of the day, when you recognize what's for you, it's for you. And no one can stop that but yourself. So, understand that your mindset is how you perceive life. You can have a fixed mindset or a growth mindset. Which one do you want? Do you really want it? So you can also be stuck in between those two. You're either on this side or that side, or you're here, because you don't know which one you really want. Because when something happens, you allow fear to stop you from moving through the next steps. That is a fixed mindset that you say you don't want, but yet you continue to live in. So you need to be intentional about what it is that God has for you. So, Terry Black, my assignment that God has given me is to connect you to your God-given purpose within your business. It is for you to become aligned with the visions that he's given you. And my mission is for you to remove those mental and financial limitations that's stopping you from moving further. I am a proud West Indian. I'm a Bajan at heart, right? So I was born in Brooklyn, Flatbush, and I've manifested everything. And when I say manifested, you've manifested being in here, right? Yes. That's a manifestation. Everything you do, from what you eat, from what you drink, from the friends, everything you do is a manifestation. Everything. There is nothing that you do that is not a manifestation. It's a thought that went to words, that went to actions, regardless of what it is. When you recognize that everything you do is a manifestation, then you will be more confident, but also more conscious about the things you actually do and say. There is a difference. So, we're going to dissect what it is that is stopping you from actually hitting these goals. Because there's so much that God has for you that you are not necessarily diving into that you actually need to. So there's a vision that God gives you, and there's alignment. But there's also keys that he gives you along the way. And these keys all go to the doors that you don't want to walk through, but you keep asking God for. I'm going to keep saying that because I need you guys to understand that you are stopping him from working. Receiving knowledge. It takes someone else to help you sometimes, guys. Right? Because you're going through burnout, you're spinning your wheels, you don't necessarily know what it is, you're getting stuck. Another key, becoming conscious. That means that you pay attention to what it is that you do and what others are doing, and you allow God to navigate through that space, help you navigate through that space. You need to change your mindset, because mindset is literally the connection to God. But that is also you thinking a positive way about everything and not allowing negativity to embody you. Applying understanding. That is understanding what it is that God has for you through the lessons. A client the other day had an issue. She didn't get a particular close a deal. And we went through the lesson, and I'm like, God was literally yelling at her in the midst of our coaching session. And I had to break down for her what it is that he was trying to get her to understand. She didn't get the deal for a reason, but she was overlooking that. But there's a lesson in everything that we do, and when you understand that, you will move through your business in an easier way, but not just your business life as well. Affirming positivity, affirmations, super important. Because God is telling you that you are wealthy. God is telling you that you are beautiful. He's telling you that you are deserving and you are more than enough. Living in gratitude, a space that I have been deliberately since 2015. After I lost my job, God was like, this is the time for you to seek me. And he literally aligned everything for me to be able to find him in a deeper way, to now where I can hear him as you hear my voice. Practicing servitude, something else already mentioned. God gave me a mentorship program, and he literally outlined the steps. And I started this year with a mentorship program in Barbados with 7 kids, my first one. I could not have done it without God telling me what to do. Servitude. When you work in business, you need to give back. And that is given back in a free way. That is given back to people who do not know. So these kids that I'm helping them get a head start in life, realizing that there are environments where people don't tell them that they can't do because their parents don't understand, because their parents told them that they couldn't have. But guess what? You can have anything that you want because God is telling you exactly what it is you need to do. That is the connection that you are missing. And living in your absolute purpose. That is God telling you that he has a plan for you, and it's not your plan, it's his plan. But his plan is the easiest way for you to get everything that you want. And being obedient. I'm very obedient, which is why I am successful in everything that I do. Because I allow God to tell me what to do, and I follow through in every single way. You all follow through by being here, right? He told you needed to be in this room because it was something for you. So we're going to quickly go through the doors that opens with those keys. Path to purpose, alignment to find what God has for you. Freedom is what you all want. You want to be free and not be in mental bondage. You want a sound mind. You want to stop worrying. That is the confidence that comes when you walk in God's purpose. And being obedient. That is following through on the visions that we have. Okay, so with that, I'm just going to skip and say that I want you all to know that you have a vision and God wants you to have more. So I have a card with a QR code if you guys want to come to me afterwards. But before that, I want to just give away this gift real quick. And I'm going to give it to, I'm going to let God work on this one for me.